okay, how do I want to explain this? You know, there's this thing, okay, maybe here's how I'll do this. You know, when people are like, oh, there's a thing where, like, you have to be gay to play a gay character, right? And we're always like, no, you
Yes.
don't. No, you don't. Right? Like, okay, we just talked about this recently, last season, maybe. We just talked about this when we were talking about, um, uh, the interview about But I'm a Cheerleader and how both of them, both
Yes,
Natasha
Melanie
Leone and Melanie
Linsky.
Linsky, were
Yeah.
like, I don't need to play a gay character. And we're like, no, we're not talking about you. We're talking about T.A.T.u.
Tattoo.
Okay?
We're talking about
Like, when you want to
tattoo.
talk to gay people and we're like, representation matters, like, let gay people tell their own story. We're not talking, we don't want Melanie Linsky. Let Melanie Linsky play all the gay roles for the rest of time. Natasha Leone, all of them, give them all of the gay roles. That we're not talking about them. What we're talking about is T.A.T.u. We're talking about a group that rose to fame on
By
the strength
pretending
of
to
their
be
willingness
lesbians.
to get soaking wet and make out with each other while being extremely straight and exploited. And like, okay, to be fair, I feel like I want to say before we dive into this, because God help us on this episode, I do not necessarily hold it against the two of them. We're going to talk about Julia
Oh
Volkova
yeah.
on her own. I know we'll get there, but I don't hold the group and the song and the music video and the performances and all of that. I don't hold it against the two of them. These were two highly exploited young teenage girls who were like probably being abused by their producer. But
They were for sure being like they were for
yeah,
sure being
he
abused
was
by their
a
producer.
fucking mess.
Well, they're pretty like I feel like okay. I still feel like you're not being clear
I don't know
enough.
where we're going.
You're not being
We
clear
have
enough.
no
Leigh.
thread right now.
No, I'm gonna try to be more clear about what actually happened. So
Okay.
T.A.T.u. was a group created by Ivan Shapovalov,
A male
man,
producer,
right? A
yes.
male producer. And he had this idea, wow, it'd be great to make a lesbian music duo. Let's audition for them, right? So he auditions for these two lesbian music duo people, right? He books these two girls. They are 14 when they get booked, right? So yes, they are extremely exploited. But he is the one who's queer baiting, right? So he makes this. Their entire brand is lesbian. The word tattoo in Russian means this girl loves that girl.
Well, it's not the word tattoo. It's
No,
an
no, but
abbreviation of the phrase.
the phrase the tattoo is based on, right? Literally means this girl loves that girl. They made a music video of the two of them making out in the rain. Then in 2003, after they rose to fame for being this lesbian music duo, they kissed on stage a million times. It wasn't just the music video. They talked in interviews about lesbian experience, right? In 2003, they film a documentary called The Anatomy of T.A.T.u. And they say, oh
They're both
no,
straight.
we've never been gay, ever. We're both straight. We actually, one of them is talking about praying her sin away, like super homophobic. Like, and they basically say, well, they specifically said, oh no, we wrote these songs for lesbians, but we are not lesbians.
Yeah.
So the point of the should have been gay is, okay, like, yeah, if you had been honest about it from the beginning, but they went into it being like, we are lesbians, our whole brand is lesbians. And
It's
then after
all
they became
lesbians
successful,
all the way.
they said, oh no, we were just pretending.
Yeah. Well, and okay, so listen.
That's wild.
As a dyke of a certain age, right? Like, I mean, I am not joking when I tell you that like this music video came out like literally right around the same time that I was coming out in high school, right?
Yes.
And so it was fucking huge because you have to understand, like, 2002, 2003, like we just did this, Ellie. We were just looking through, like, what are other lesbian anthems?
There's nothing.
There are none. They don't exist. Like, we were doing what every fucking lesbian of a certain age and up did for the entirety of our lives, which is you're just like, what's a song that a man sings that I can repurpose for myself, okay? Like, that's where we were at, okay? This song comes out, the music video comes out, and this was like peak music video days, right?
Like
this
MTV,
was like
yeah, like it's going on MTV, yeah.
and watch fucking 2 hours of music videos go by in your life, right? This was peak music video time. All the Things She Said comes out. And like we lost our minds, like we lost our ever-loving minds.
Did you think you lost your mind?
I lost my mind. Like you cannot even imagine, because we didn't even have movies, right? Like we had nothing. We had nothing at this point, right? Like you had like 2 movies out there and this music video, and that was it. And it was so easy because it was just, it's like all they do is make out. You're like, yes, this is amazing. YouTube was not a thing, okay? Like, you couldn't just go up and look this shit up. You had to sit and fucking watch MTV for it, right? Like, you had to
so you're literally sitting there waiting. Like, you're sitting there waiting for the T.A.T.u. music video to come back on. Wait for it, or you had to find someone who, like, had the file of the video that they could, like, send you, and it would take 4 hours to download from, like, an email. Like, this was, okay, it was hard times, is what I'm saying. And so funny.
This was like a fucking godsend. And then literally like a year later, yeah, they come out and they're just like, we're both so straight. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I'm like, I just watched you two cling to each other lovingly in the rain, fighting for your relationship against the judgmental stares of society. What are you talking about? You're straight.